My spidey sense is usually pretty good. So I'm going to talk about what's happening at the macro level with sports cards right now and Pokemon, what I think is going to happen, and then I'm going to walk you through some personal decisions I've made on sports cards and Pokemon, and just walk you through my thinking because I've kind of reached, I don't know, I guess an important point in my collecting journey where I'm going to change some things. I'm going to sell a lot of stuff. You actually may be interested in some of it. I'll show some of it off. But I think this is important for everybody to hear, just to understand what's going on in our world. So, like I said, I've got a good spidey sense. You know, I was in Bitcoin in the $300 range. I kind of called a few slumps here and there over the years, and I've always had a feeling, usually it happens when, I don't know, things feel too perfect. You know, the world usually breaks every 8 to 10 years. You get the financial crisis, you get COVID, right? We're on year 5.5 now. It's been a pretty good run, pretty good economics. May not be personally for you, but from a macro perspective, most stuff has grown. Stocks have grown and income's grown, GDP's grown. But I can't shake this unsettling feeling. You know, I watch a lot of the vintage sports card markets like the 86 Fleer Group and others, and I see certain behavior, I see certain patterns. There was a nice little pump and dump scheme that was sort of orchestrated this past year, and values have come down there, which is weird because vintage card values usually go up over time, and there was a weird pop there. And don't even get me started in the modern sports card market. There's been every release has a pop or a bubble. You're about to get another one with Cooper Flag. Everybody will be chasing that, and they don't realize like he's just going to be like Detlef Schrempf in a best case scenario, but it's fun. You know, you chase the card and you chase the debut patch, and it's a cool card, and you know, just ride the froth or whatever. So everything's great, right? Like sports cards are growing, and the vintage market's growing, and stocks are booming. GDP's good. Crypto took a little bit of a hit, and I feel like it's time to take some chips off the table, because if you don't, it's, you know, it's what they say: bears make money, bulls make money, pigs get slaughtered. It feels greedy. A lot of my stuff is appreciated significantly, and to the point that I feel like I need to take chips off the table, like I'm in Vegas, up a certain amount of money. And I think you should look at this macro environment and just, I don't know, talk to your friends in the space, talk to different markets, NFL collectors and basketball collectors, vintage, modern. You know, it's been a weird couple of years with liquidity events like the repacking, you know, with Courtyard and Arena Club with, you know, $5-10 billion of liquidity. You've got the live selling stuff that's also injected liquidity. Whatnot's a $5 billion company now. And you've got institutional money coming in at the very high end with Kevin O'Leary's of the world. And it's it feels like something's going to get squished. And I feel like it's that middle chunk. Like the low end will be fine, high end will be fine. It's that middle 80%. And anyway, what I'm doing personally, it's funny, you probably don't know much about how I collect. I say some of the marquee items I've got are like, I've got the 1986 Fleer base and sticker set autographed, like these types of cards. Okay, it's like 144 cards. I've had that for like a few years, and when I built it, it was very cheap, even the deceased players. Again, it had that spike that was sort of artificial from one player in the group kind of pumping things and then auctioning off at the end of the pump. He didn't do a great job either. And that's one of the big things I have. And the other thing I'm chasing is first edition, you know, shadowless Pokemon set, the base set, and a PSA 9 or 10 for every card. And I actually got like 5 cards left. If you guys got Beedrill, Farfetch'd, Raichu, a couple more, I don't know, Ninetales, and I don't know, I think like one other one. I'm close on that. I've also got the 1969 NBA Topps autograph set, which there's 3 of in the world. There's the one I've got. There's one a private buyer and seller has, and then somebody else I know has one. I don't think any more can be created. It's just, half the set, the players aren't here anymore, and it's become impossible. So I've got that set, and I've just got like a ton of vintage stuff. A lot of, Russell rookie auto. It's all mostly autographed stuff, like 61 stuff with Kuzi, a lot of Celtics stuff. And then I've also got like a stack of TTMs, like through the mail stuff from 2020, where it's just autograph stuff. I just never bothered to slab, and I just started going through it. Some of it's pretty good. It's like Seinfeld cards signed by George Costanza, and NASCAR drivers, and all kinds of interesting stuff. And then the other thing I've got is the Goonies, 1985. I've got some wax there and a set. And I feel like I've got too many threads out there, and I'm not focused enough. And what I've decided, I'm going to consolidate into a few things. That 1986 Fleer set that I've got, that's going to go to my son and be in the family forever, or, whatever he decides to do with it. But I'm like 20 away on a second 86 Fleer autograph set. I don't even know why I started it. I just get bored. And I think what I'm going to do is, I have like 106 of those cards at PSA right now in dual grading. I'm going to merge the two, keep the best of the best, and I'm going to sell off the rest. So I got stuff like this Derek Smith. This is the top 3 hard card in that 86 Fleer set, or this Pat Cummings. I'm going to sell that stuff off. I'm going to sell the 69 Topps NBA set because it was so hard to build. It just pissed me off. And so I've got a private buyer that I'm considering selling to. And so he may take that, or I may put the whole thing up at auction through Fanatics Collect or something like that. And I'll sell the 86 Fleer cards through the group and through other people. And I'm going to start selling some other stuff. Like I've got Bob Cousy 5'9", 1961 signed. I've got a Russell, I think a 310, 1961 sign. I'm going to sell that. And I'm just going to get rid of I got like boxes in there, just random stuff. And I got, piles of autographs, and it's just sitting there, like doing nothing. So I'm going to simplify my life and just ratchet it back. And again, these are all profitable endeavors. Whatever I sell the 69 set for, I'm sure I didn't pay anywhere near what I sell it for to put it together. Most of these sets are cheaper to put together. You're just paying for envelopes, and you're establishing networks and getting cards at good prices and running into collections, and you tend to build things cheaper. So I think that's my plan. I just I don't have any public data. I mean, I do watch Google Trends quite a bit, and I think the modern Pokemon market is frothy. But the first edition set I put together, I was buying holos in the spring for that set. Some of them have already doubled. That's a little crazy and a little unsustainable. I do think it's got another 50% to run. So that'll be interesting to watch. But I just feel like vintage has been on such a tear, vintage autograph stuff, that it makes sense for me to kind of dial it back. And I think, I'll do something more productive with the money, whether that's investments or, whatever, things we need in our personal lives or something like that. But I just want to do something else with it, because otherwise it's just stuff sitting in a safe that's appreciated. And I don't know, it's a decision I've come to. So I'm on Instagram as Boston Card Hunter. I'll probably post a lot of these things. It's quite a collection, but I'm going to get rid of a massive maybe half my sports cards. I'd say I'm not selling the Pokemon. I think that set's going to rip all the way until their anniversary, and honestly, probably beyond. They're not making any more. It's got that first edition stamp on it. It's the OG of the OG stuff. I think that's important to keep as an asset, along with the 86 Fleer thing. And then, I'll dabble in some modern stuff, and I'm always open for vintage things. But I think, it's consolidation time, which is kind of fun. Like you planned. You made some money on paper on things, and now you're actually going to reap those benefits. And then, if nothing happens in the economy, then so what? But if something does, I'll feel pretty good about my decisions. So it'll be interesting. Let me know what you guys think. What are you hearing out there? What are you seeing? And how do you feel things are going right now in the sports car world and the economy? And what do you think is going to happen? And how will it play out? Thanks, everyone.